How did one of the most well-respected podcasters with over 1 billion combined views go from interviewing legends of the hip-hop world
Here with my good friend Juice WRLD, we were just kicking it, and I was like, bro,
to finding himself being humiliated by the entire internet in a cesspool of online drama and controversy?
are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of all-
funeral as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be taking a deep dive into the controversial career of Adam22 and the events that not only destroyed his reputation, but also led up to him becoming one of the most clowned cucks on the internet. To understand the
He did it
crisis
to
plaguing
himself.
the No Jumper brand, we'll first have to uncover what led Adam to YouTube in the first place. Shortly after moving from his hometown to New York, Adam would leave his life of credit card fraud mixed with online poker.
Oh, whoa, what the hell? Damn, Adam was a scammer? I thought he did like BMX shit and all that. What the hell? Damn, my boy Adam was a scammer. That's
and
crazy.
become more interested in the online world of BMX forums.
Yeah, I was about to say he was.
for gambling.
Okay, talk about that.
It was. I mean, I talked about it a few times before on other podcasts, but it was basically like I just knew this kid who knew this kid. He got in touch with me, and he basically like just showed me how to do credit card fraud. And so me and my friends had like a little group going, basically.
Naturally, Adam would seek
Damn.
out a way to monetize
Damn, that's crazy. He was a scammer before scammers popped off for real. That's crazy. He was a pioneer of that. But yeah, he was a pioneer in scamming. That's crazy. And black, that's the random well, no, it's not. You still gambling. So if you're getting money like that, I ain't gonna lie, the scammers I done seen, they can be up 1 month and the next month they dead broke because they be spending that money quick as hell. But then a few months later, they back on top. Then it's just a repeating cycle. They don't never save no money. They don't keep no money. They just keep spending it. So they always seem like they got money or they broke. There's no in between with them.
his love for BMX, and he looked up to early hip-hop blogs for inspiration. By 2006, Adam would create his own BMX forum called The Come Up, where he began regularly posting articles.
Like, you know, it didn't feel like I was above, like doing something noble at that time. And I got $1,500, and I'm like, okay, he just paid like a couple months of my rent at this time, you know? And then like.
Within a year, The
New
Come
York,
Up
that's
became
a
one of the
couple-
most visited BMX blogs on the entire internet. And from 2008 to 2010, Adam would launch his own clothing brand, On Some Shit, a YouTube channel by the same name, and moved to Los Angeles, California to further expand his business. The move would prove to be one of Adam's best decisions, as Los Angeles would go on to house the largest BMX scene in the country, and it didn't take long for Adam to establish a BMX store. The store would eventually attract several notable people in the BMX community, and with Adam being the smart businessman that he is, he sensed another opportunity brewing.
I ain't know Adam was getting money like this before the fame. Adam been getting money. So hold on, man. So you over here doing all this for money when you didn't have money for the longest of time. What is he doing? Yeah, no, he just like it. That's all that is. Cause ain't no way if you done had money for that long, you go do all the shit you been doing. You go let your girl get fucked by another man and all that. Hold up, not even your girl, your wife. You let your wife get fucked by another. That's for money. No, man, that's wild. It's a
Adam
wild boy.
decided to interview
He just
several
like
of the
it.
popular
I ain't gonna lie.
BMX riders that came into his store. He would go on to convert the back of the building into a studio, as he would start an official podcast on YouTube called The Come Up. But this would only be the beginning, as it wouldn't be until 2015 that Adam decided to take advantage of the growing underground hip-hop scene by interviewing the up-and-coming SoundCloud rappers.
I'm kind of like right at the epicenter of a lot of the underground SoundCloud rap shit that was going on, like Playboy Cardi stopping by the bike shop, you know, Ski Master, Slump God, all these guys were like kind of around and shit. And so then that's how I kind of started to get some of those interviews and stuff, even though myself,
The viewership for the podcast would skyrocket, which would lead Adam to rebrand the channel as No Jumper, named after a famous
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know he only started that channel in 2015. And I thought Ski Mask was from Florida. How did he get to LA going to a bike shop? It ain't like he was trying to get famous, and I think that's where you had to go to trying to pop off because you're trying to know people and all that. Okay, yeah, but still hanging around a random bike shop. I don't think. I don't know. Something else in between them stories right there.
Gucci Mane lyric. The No Jumper podcast would feature several legendary rappers like XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD. These
Yep.
interviews giving the channel a
Damn,
reputation
both
for
of 'em
being a
dead,
great
too.
place for exclusive information about your favorite underground hip-hop personalities. As No Jumper grew popular in the hip-hop world, Adam got even more opportunities to garner influence, not just with the artists, but the labels as well. He went on tour with Lil Pump and received a record label contract with Atlantic Records. By this point, Adam was doing very well for himself. He managed to break from the obscurity of the BMX scene and become a recognizable name in the hip-hop community. But unfortunately for Adam, his newfound notoriety would become a double-edged sword. But you know what else is a double-edged sword? The internet. That's why I protect my information with today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN ensures your online privacy by encoding all the data exchanged between your device and the web, safeguarding your personal details from large corporations and online threats. As a YouTuber, I frequently work in cafes and value my content's privacy. Using a VPN, I protect all my work on public Wi-Fi and bypass region-locked content. A VPN shields your online actions by encrypting your data. This is especially vital on public Wi-Fi that's often targeted by hackers. Concealing your IP ensures your online discretion, detaching your activities from your personal identity. Surfshark's Clean Web tool keeps you safe from ads, unwanted trackers, and threats. Plus, Surfshark never records or stores your online endeavors, maintaining a no-log policy. One of my favorite TV shows of all time is Breaking Bad, which thanks to Surfshark VPN, I can stream through UK servers. Best of all, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk to try it out for yourself. Use code Anarchist when signing up using the link in my description to receive an additional 3 months completely free. Now back to seeing where everything falls apart for Adam, as it would be by this point that allegations would begin to surface. On the 23rd of March 2018, the seeds of Adam's downfall would be sown, when allegations that he had R-worded one of his ex-girlfriends came to the surface.
Hold up, whoa! I ain't know about this allegation. What the hell? He, whoa! But 2018, I feel like 2018 was still a good year for him. He was booming in 2018 because I'm about to say that's when XXXTentacion started coming out, Juice WRLD, all that. So I feel like he was booming then. He wasn't. I don't even remember this. No, I don't. Either he must have got too popular and that just got swept under the rug or something. Because I don't remember this, and I was watching Adam around this time too. And I don't remember no accusations of rape surrounding his name.
Shortly after the allegations were made public in a now deleted Twitter post, Adam shared his own side of the story, quoting, "A girl I dated for a few months 10 years ago is coming out saying that I raped and assaulted her.
Oh, nah, then I don't believe that. I ain't going for that one then. He said dated for a few months 10 years ago. Now you only saying something now? No, you just trying to get some fame or some shit, cause ain't no way you wait 10 years to say something that you got raped. And then you wait till he get famous. He at that time he was on the rise. Like you wait till he get famous to say something. No, that's fake. Ain't no way that's real. That ain't nothing but fake right there. I hate when they do that. Like they'll be like, oh, he raped me 5 years ago. Why you ain't say nothing then? I know it's hard to say something. I mean, not hard to say something. I know it's hard to prove and all that a little bit to say he raped you, but at that time, it's more believable. If you wait 4 5 years ago and then he get famous or he get money and all that, now you wait till he get to say he raped you, that just make it harder to believe. Now it just seems like you lying, and it's make it harder for other rape victims to even come forward and say something, because everybody go be like, oh, she lying. But you waited till he got famous. That's what's fucked up. You supposed to say something before. Why the hell would you do that? I never understood that. I can understand if you knew he done did that to 10 other girls or 4 other girls, and y'all come together and all say he raped you or something. That's different. But when you wait and say, oh, he raped me 10 years ago. What the fuck? Nah, it just seemed like you lying, man. What the fuck? I hate when they do that shit. I really do.
These claims are new. She has no evidence. I have plenty of emails from her that make it clear how absurd these claims are. I've done plenty of stupid shit in my life, but I've never raped or hit a woman. I didn't know women from my past would fabricate rape stories, but I'm ready to face those head on too. According to an article post on Pitchfork, an anonymous woman had gotten in contact with Connor Tripler on Twitter and claimed that Adam was a quote, serial who was notorious for doxing women who speak up against him for rape. The general sentiment
That
from
just
Adam's
sound like
fans
a
was
lie.
innocent until proven guilty, with comments along the lines of, the bullshit will show, don't worry, just keep moving forwards with what you do best. Only the weak-minded, insecure people will do this, because they forgot how an L needs to be taken with grace. The most striking piece of evidence presented against Adam was his old B9 board posts, which have been deleted from archives. Fortunately,
How the hell you do
screenshots
that?
of the posts are still available. This is a story about love. Well, no, but it's a story about...
Oh, I know this story. Yeah, I know this one. I know this one. That was 2018. Yeah, they just brought this one up. But they didn't say rape. They was saying that it was like he was a groomer. Well, that's what they saying now. They saying he a groomer now because of this story right here. Not rape. I don't think they ever said it was rape. They was saying like it's damn near being a pedophile. I don't think they said nothing about rape. I just remember them saying it was more like him being a little pedophile and a little creepy because basically he was talking to her when she was like 16 or something. He finally fucked her when she was like 18, like fresh or something like that. That's what made it seem a little weird back then. But now, I don't remember nothing about no rape.
One girl in particular, a girl who is a bit of an internet legend in her own right, even though right now she is still just 19. That girl is Desire. The post then went on to detail how Adam met Desire on the B9 board, their initial chemistry, and a very steamy conversation they had on the phone. Adam would acknowledge how inappropriate the interaction was with a line that read, "If statutory R word is wrong, I didn't want to be right." On the 26th of March 2018, another Twitter user by the name of Helen added fuel to the fire with a statement that claimed that she was one of Adam's many victims. The images included in the tweet were screenshots from Adam's old B9 profile, as well as a statement from the alleged victim, with parts quoting, "It should be noted for the record that he was well into his 20s when we began sexual relations. When
Yeah, this
I was
the one I was
16.
thinking about.
He is
Right
denying
here.
this despite the fact that multiple women have come forward with similar allegations over the past decade.
Wait. Yeah, see, that's not, it's rape, but it's more like, it's statutory, ain't it statutory rape? I consider that more of a, you being a pedophile, not rape. Why you go, I'm being real, that is more of a pedophile in my mind, not rape. Rape is you taking it unwillingly, in my mind, like she's saying no and you still going, that's rape. But you fucking underage girl, that's just being a pedophile. I don't know why they keep saying rape. That's not rape in my mind.
The abuse I endured from Adam 22 stole years from my life, plunged me into a deep depression, and affected every relationship I've had to this day. Helen would go on to reference Connor Tripler's threat on Adam, and even urged Atlantic Records to cut ties with him, with parts quoting, "She was a minor in several photos. She doesn't want clout or money. She's had to sick lawyers on him once already to force him to remove her nudes and name. Don't accept this is all in the past. Let Atlantic Records know that this is not okay." And by the 30th of June 2018, various news websites had picked up the story and ran with the idea that Adam had indeed committed the crimes he was accused of. And an Atlantic Records spokesperson commented on the situation, stating, "We take any allegations of this nature very seriously and we are looking into them." Naturally, many of Adam's core fanbase still reserved that he was innocent, and it seemed that most of those that deemed him guilty weren't as familiar with his brand. It wouldn't be until the 22nd of June 2018 that Adam would publicly address the
Damn,
allegations
this all going on
in an
in
interview with
2018?
DJ Vlad.
Accusing
Yeah, I mean, it's just
I ain't gonna lie, he look weird as hell with no hair. He just, I don't know, he had to be on hella drugs at this point in time. Cause first off, you got head tattoos. I think anybody that's got head tattoos and all that, like actual tattoos on your head, on your, yeah, I think you on drugs, heavy drugs too. I can even face tattoos. You on heavy drugs. Let's be real. To go and say, yeah, I'm gonna get a face tattoo. Yeah, you on heavy drugs, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I think when I see face tattoos nowadays. Like you doing pills. You might be doing a little coke and all that. You might be doing some wild stuff that you ain't supposed to be doing. You might be sipping lean. You doing some I consider hard drugs, especially Marley and well, yeah, cocaine is a hard drug. Look, I don't even know how I was gonna justify that. No, that's a hard drug.
because it's such a gray area, because there's nothing that's going to happen that could prove what actually happened in some bedroom like 12 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that could happen that could really like swing, that could prove definitively that one thing happened or another.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, like I had all these records of like the conversations that we had and everything. And you know, it's like you'd think, like there's one email that just stands out to me in particular that she sent me, in which when I wrote the blog post, she wrote me a big ass email, like sort of correcting everything that she saw as wrong about the blog post. And keep in mind, this is a girl who said that I abused her and raped her and all this shit. You read the list of things that she was saying were wrong about the blog post, she's still telling me she loves me in the email. She's still telling me like all this stuff. There's no mention of anything. Like I'm just...
By now, the attitude of the No Jumper fans towards the allegations were now shifting away from skepticism and towards considering them as the truth, with one of the comments quoting, "If you're familiar with this dude Adam, these allegations are well within the range of possibility," and another stating, "He started talking to her at 16, when he was well into young adulthood. He says he didn't meet her until she was 17 or 18.
Wait, what's young adult? How old he had to be? Damn, how old he was? Cause I ain't gonna lie, if he, damn, I can't remember how old he is. Damn, he had to be in his 20s, right? It depends. Yeah, 20s. Yeah, that's a little weird. If he like 18, 19, I ain't gonna sit there and say that's weird. Cause if you 18, you still know her from high school and shit. I can't sit there and say that's weird. Being real, that's you still in high school with a 16-year-old. You just in 10th grade, she in fucking you in a senior. Like that's not weird in my book. I'm gonna be real with you. But if he was in his 20s at that point in time, I can't remember how old he was. Let's say like 21. Oh yeah, that's weird. Like how did you? In my mind, that's weird. Cause how would you even meet her if you ain't meet her online? He met online. I know that part. But saying if you met her in person, how would you even meet a 16-year-old? Like that's where it started getting weird in my mind. Type shit.
When he flew out to meet her. That sounds a lot like sexual grooming, dude. He has no place to be so confused by the fact that she felt violated and taken advantage of, because she was. The following year, Atlantic Records stated that they would no longer be working with the No Jumper brand. Adam's dreams of actively participating in the music space barely lasted a year, with him only releasing 2 tracks. He would once again share his perspective on the situation in another interview with DJ Vlad.
And then you lost your record deal.
Well, we had a 1-year deal, and we did the 1 year, and then we decided not to go forward from there.
Okay. Was it because of all the allegations that started to resurface?
So first off, we had a 1-year deal, and we did the 1 year, and then we sort of hit the end of the 1 year. And then we had a conversation, and they basically explained, like, you know, we're like a big fucking corporate company, and we have a lot of bullshit that we got to deal with, people we got to answer to, and they're like, you know, you ended up being a bit more controversial than we maybe had planned on, and it's kind of stopped us from getting a lot of stuff done. But the
Things weren't all doom and gloom for Adam. Even though he had just lost the deal with Atlantic Records, Adam still had the No Jumper brand, which was rapidly growing. From 2020 to 2022, Adam decided to vary the content available on the channel and create several new shows like Disconnected and At the End of the Day podcast under his brand. Adam assembled colorful casts of weekly hosts like AD, Lush, Housephone, T-Rel, and Sharp to run the new weekly shows, all of whom were familiar faces that fans enjoyed watching, which resulted in the new podcasts making up for the bulk of the new content and views on No Jumper. Along with the new hosts came with a new wave of different guests. These guests weren't the typical underground artists that were initially featured on the podcast, but the fans, they decided to watch anyway. But unfortunately for Adam 22, No Jumper's growth would reach its downfall. Fast forward to 2023, the topics discussed on No Jumper shifted from telling stories of upcoming rappers to promoting gang violence, political debates, and several beefs between the hosts.
Hey, no. Watch out, we ain't doing anything.
Violent outbursts, conflict, and controversy became the driving force behind the No Jumper brand, and it would only get worse as time went on. Up until now, Adam wasn't directly involved in any of these disagreements on set, but he actively promoted them from the sidelines.
I ain't gonna lie, I think Adam trying to get away from the hip hop space. Like, I think he realized, like, okay, I done hit the peak. That's why he started moving away from the hip hop space and all that. Cause I feel like he think in his head like, oh, I done hit the peak of where I can grow. I can't get no bigger and all that. I feel like that's what he thinking in his head. So he trying to move on from the hip hop space and go somewhere else. Cause he done had a lot of political figures on the, well, not figures, but some wild people on the that's supposed to be into politics and all that. So I think he's trying to go into that space to try to capitalize on some new money and all that. But at this point, why? That's in my head. It's why. You got plenty of money already. Do you really need to do that? I don't really think so.
But this would all change on the 18th of January. During an interview with Instagram personality Gracie Jane, Adam outed his close friend and co-host Housephone for sleeping with a trans person.
That looked down upon to expose that somebody may have been with a trans person?
Yeah, absolutely. I sign NDAs and I take them very seriously, so just
But
letting everybody
you
know
didn't get
that.
one, I'm guessing?
Bruh, I done heard about this situation, but I didn't realize. I'd never seen the clip. I heard about the situation, but I ain't never seen the clip. I see why Housephone was mad. I see why he was mad about that. Because it wasn't even hard to guess who it was. Why would you keep the last part in? I see why he was mad at you about that.
He didn't fucking make me. Fuck him.
And first off, you saying like you just letting everybody know that he doing that, I would be mad too. And what he want to do in his own personal time, let him do in his own personal time. I ain't gonna sit here and judge him by what he like. Hey, if you like men, you like men. If you like transgenders, you like transgenders. Whatever you want to do in your own bedroom, I don't care. Being
So
real.
just air him out. But I feel like in general, that's
you
kind of
pay
a
for
thing.
discretion in this world, okay? It's not about him. This is about me.
I have a feeling that this will soon be about him.
Oh,
I'm
He
gonna
did
get
that
all
on
of
purpose.
People, this
Well,
was sludge
tell him
limits.
to fucking take it up with me. I don't give a fuck.
I would like to say the same. But
He did that on
seems like
purpose.
I'm worried about people calling me a bad friend for just not
A
editing this and
bad
putting it out.
friend.
They're gonna be mad at me, but I'm just.
He's gonna be. Well, how about this? If you're mad at him, I think I'm mad at you because you're being a bad friend to me by acting weird and shady, acting like you didn't do some shit that you did do, and you know you did.
I've been friends with him for like, and I just don't want to be like
truth
out.
is
Viewers
there.
didn't take kindly to the fact that Adam was exposing very intimate parts of his friend's life.
I'm saying.
And they openly shared their dissatisfaction in the comment section, with a comment quoting, "Adam's not a bad friend. He's not a friend at all. He doesn't respect any of his employees. He's just scared of half of them," as well as, "The fact that this interview is still up speaks volumes." Prior to the interview being uploaded,
And everybody even realized nobody was even tripping by Housephone. Everybody tripping on Adam for that.
Sven
That's
requested that
crazy.
Adam would remove all mentions that breached his privacy, but either due to an error with the editor or due to Adam's negligence, this request wasn't honored. Within hours of the upload, Housephone began facing harassment from both his fans and inner circle, forcing him to air out his frustrations on an episode of Disconnected.
Was like being apologetic and being like, yo, I watched it twice and I thought I got everything and blah, blah, blah. And like, it was somebody I considered like the homie too. So I'm just like, bro, I'm just feeling like Op City. Like,
You think
damn,
it's an
I'm like,
honest mistake or like?
I mean, I'm just like, bro, it's just, I don't know, bro.
On the 1st of February 2023, tension would reach its boiling point during one of their weekly shows after Housephone finally confronted Adam.
Shit. He's been going through the health shit. You talking about the person that fucking raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died? Oh, just he's been going through the mom shit.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of all-
funeral as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because.
The pair would later apologize to one another, but the damage was already done.
Yeah, no,
Adam
it was
having
over
shown
after
that he
that.
wasn't going to take accountability for his actions, and the blatant fact that he valued views over his employees, something that would come to plague his future actions. Following these revelations, Housephone, as well as the other members of the Disconnected podcast, decided to cut ties with Adam, leaving the No Jumper brand to form their
Alright.
own media company.
Okay, so I'll get this out of the way first, is that still, to this day, I got nothing but love for Blasey. Blasey has announced that he's stepping away from No Jumper, specifically Disconnected, you know. But, you know, he was brought on to No Jumper through Housephone, and Housephone, I mean, we don't really know exactly where he's at still. We haven't necessarily had like a full conversation with him. The last time that we communicated with him, Josh talked to him on Wednesday, and he seemed pretty enthusiastic about still doing the show. So I don't know if that changed between Wednesday and Thursday, or if he just wasn't having a good day, or what. But you know, the Blasey thing, I assume, just kind of comes from that. And so
In the weeks that followed, Adam would have another falling out with the other hosts, AD, over replacing him on the show.
What happened after that? Because I was, yo, this is the crazy
What
thing
happened
about
after
it
that is the
today-
niggas is sitting here saying this shit about me, saying shit about me in the Discord. That's the only thing that
But that's what I'm
happened.
saying is whose fault was that? It's fucking Lush's fault. Like, you know,
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
not
this one
blaming
too.
my plan for
Damn.
today.
As well as firing Lush
He
live
was
on
wrong
stream.
for that one too.
Lush, you lied to me.
What?
You lied to me, Lush.
About what?
Well, he
What I
had
just
so
tried
much
to tell you
controversy
about,
going
Mom.
on during this
Nah.
month, bro. I felt like 1 month worth of stuff right here.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Well, I got confirmation from a bunch of different people.
Nah, fool.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And it looks funnier the more you lie.
I really like when.
I mean,
I mean, you could look through the entire chat log in there. I didn't say anything like that in there, fool. Like,
okay, well, maybe we can do like a full analysis of it, but I think I get the gist from talking
because
to
I didn't.
everybody.
Because I did not say that, dude. I did not.
I remember this. He acting like it was Lush's fault, but it was his fault. But you was still talking bad behind the man back and all that. Your own employee, you talking crazy about him, talking about, oh, he only say the same 2 jokes and all that. Basically talking shit about his podcast skills and all that. But now you mad because he told what you call it. That was your fault. If you had that to say, you shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't have told him if you felt like he'll go and tell. Like, why would you even say that to another not even co-host, another employee? You supposed to just keep that to yourself. That was all his fault on that one.
Like, I'm saying, like, if
But
I
he
did, I would
mad
have
at
told
Lush
you
for
when you
that.
asked me.
I remember
before,
that.
Like,
No, you lied to me to my fucking face out there right in my own office.
no, dude, I didn't.
You did.
Like, if I did, I would have said something.
Well, then there's a bunch of people in the Discord who are tragically misled, and some of them are people that I trust.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Mikey's in the Discord. Like, did I say?
It feels kind of crazy that all these people would just like try to frame you, you know? It seems a little bit more likely that you're just talking
I mean, there's been a lot of like, I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, but I didn't say like what you said that shit. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't. Fool. Like, I would have told you if I did. Like,
I mean, it's gonna take you providing the entire Discord chat and pointing out line by line things that you didn't say that I'm being told
I mean, I
by
could
multiple
show you
people that
the-
you did say.
I can show you the entire chat. I didn't say that shit.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we can come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right.
Thank you.
All this happened
Ladies
within
and
like
gentlemen, I did not expect
2
this
weeks.
to be a narrative that
Firing
was
out
taking place
everybody
today,
and all
but
that,
we
like,
we gotta hold
that shit was
ourselves to a higher
crazy.
standard.
no
And,
jumper during that
I
time.
don't know, dude. I'm just super disappointed.
Fans already hated Adam for disregarding his friends and employees, but the worst was yet to come, as by the 15th of March 2023, the seeds of Adam's downfall sown back in 2018 would finally bear fruit, when the Perv Busters brought up the allegations of Adam being a pedo live on stream.
So what's up with these allegations of Adam fucking with a 16-year-old?
Nah, come on, bro. We can't do that, man.
What you mean we can't do that?
Come on,
but
bro.
wait, no. I'll be a I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address it.
Man, come on,
But I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address it though. Especially with.
Oh, man, like, this other come on, bro. We can't come on, man.
I'm just saying, hey, Flacco, wait, Flacco, I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address it. When you know what I do.
As soon as the question was brought up, the stream was ended. Not long after, Adam would enter the studio and confront the Perv Busters, calling them liars and kicking them out of the studio.
This the one that he was talking about was rape in the beginning of the video. This what I know is controversial from being a pedophile, not the rape part. I knew it for being a pedophile.
I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
Never happened. What do you think happened? The article says
I'm going
she was
on.
19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her?
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right,
she was
well, that's how we catch him.
Canadian. She didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
It don't even matter, but that's how we catch
him.
him.
You felt like you were gonna come on my platform and expose me though. Like, why?
No, it was just in the midst of the conversation. It was in the midst of he didn't. Hey, it's not on him on nothing. It was in the midst of the conversation.
You came on my platform and spread lies like that.
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies?
You could have done some research and figured out any.
Did you talk to her when you were 16?
For like 5 minutes when I was 21. I'm 39.
You wasn't 23?
I might have been 21, right?
How you don't know? How you don't know if you was 21?
It was 20 years ago.
It still happened though, but we can't take that jacket off. We can't take that jacket off for nobody.
Right? You gotta go.
Hey man, let's go.
This reopened a lot of old wounds in Adam's career and gave the growing mob of haters more fuel against him. From their perspective, Adam was a predator that would sell out his friends for views and ran no jumper like a reality TV show rather than a podcast. Even Lil Pump would come forward and make some shocking claims about Adam and their time on tour.
I'm gonna beat up that pedophile. Cause folks is a pedophile. I was underage, so how you gonna fuck the same girls that I was fucking when I was 16? Yes.
Yeah, I remember this. That's why I was saying, like, yeah, he more of a pedophile than rapist to me. But Lil Pump, that's crazy. Even Lil Pump was exposed, but he was getting in controversy left and right. Like, it just wouldn't stop for him. But I think he might have saw that it'll get him views and all that. I think that's why he did the sex tape for real. But not him doing the sex tape. Let his wife do the sex tape with another man. That was wild. But yeah, that's probably why he did it.
This way.
It appeared that Adam couldn't bear any more hate and being made fun of. But that was far from the truth. On the 27th of June 2023, Adam would casually make an announcement that forever changed how his fan base viewed him.
So I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a porn perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
But no other guys busting her coochie and ass out.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Shit.
You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like her, that's your six.
Considering the fact that Adam and Lena got married just a few days prior, fans were more than baffled by the news. A few hours after Adam made the announcement, Lena uploaded her own to Twitter, which only further shocked everyone watching.
Hey guys.
Like, this man was he was doing this on purpose. No way you just taking all this controversy left and right. I don't know, because I think he was just trying to capitalize off it and let her put this out to do it. That's the only way I can think of it.
Today.
But he ain't had no reason to do it, because he even said he was making over $1 million a month. A month. That's $12 million in a year. Come on now. That's Oh, that's a lot of damn money. Come on, dude, that's a lot of money. $1 million a month. Man, please.
Adam had only ever made OnlyFans content with Lena and other female performers for the past 7 years. Adam was a
Man,
type
you been
of
doing
person
it
to
that long?
profit off the drama in other people's lives and never allow the same to be done to him. So what led Adam to go through with this new development? Was it an elaborate joke set up for attention and views? And what did this mean for their relationship and brand going forwards? Initially, only a handful of people were aware of Lena's new production. But Adam wanted to change that by promoting it on every subsequent No Jumper stream.
Yo, Adam, you let it. Yo.
Isn't it crazy that you guessed it on here? Like, before I had even really hinted at it.
You really
you
did
guessed it.
You watched it?
I didn't watch it. I'll probably see some chunks of it.
So you just like was in another room listening to her moan and groan and shit?
No, she was at a hotel being filmed by a professional. And down by a professional, to be totally honest.
I ain't gonna lie. They said, I ain't never watched the video, but they said that video was mid. Like, I can't get around it. So, first off, you let your girl get fucked, your wife get fucked by another man, and then the video go be mid? Come on, man. That don't add up right there, man. That video is supposed to be fire. It's supposed to be changing the internet or something. You can't just sit here and let the video be mid. Come on now. You done sat there and with your stomach hurting and all that, because I know your stomach hurt after she did it and came home that night. So you just sat there with your stomach hurting, like, damn, I can't believe I did that. Let her do that for the video to be mid. And I heard she did some wild shit in there. She damn near swallowed the man nut or something like that. Like, come on now, you wildin'. That was wild.
And you wasn't there?
No, I was at the house playing some high stakes online poker tournaments.
Sneaker was even brought onto the show to discuss Lena's new film and what this meant for Adam's personal brand.
Never leave.
What, of being a cuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get it hard.
No, it's never gonna.
and the
never
thing with
gonna
you
leave.
is that you just like talked about it, whereas this, like, I haven't actually seen it yet, but
Oh, you
know,
haven't seen it yet?
The content, no, but like it's gonna be on Twitter. I'm gonna at least see the trailer.
Right.
Probably not gonna go out of my way to see the full like half-hour version or whatever.
Adam even went out of his own way to mark the anniversary of the event on his Twitter page, quoting, "It's officially been a week since I let my wife do porn with another guy. I felt a little jealous at first, but overall, it wasn't that big a deal. She's watched me sleep with hundreds of girls and it's never affected our relationship. Sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business. Overall, I'm glad we did it."
For your business, bro, you were making plenty of money. You didn't have to do it. That's what's crazy. You wanted to do it just cause. And I'm not even gonna say what about the kids. They was doing porn before that. That been out the question. But the kids, it's been fuck them kids for Adam and his wife. They was already porn stars at that point. So for her to do a scene with another man, ain't nothing go happen to the kid that wasn't go happen before.
I'm happy to
Being
report
real.
Hover returned to its pre-BBC size. Adam had finally gotten what he wanted. Any and everyone on the internet to know about his wife's recent activities. However, what followed was a mountain of replies calling Adam the cuck of the century, with replies stating, "Adam paid Jason a lot of money to do his wife. That's cuckoldry on another level." Another reply from Leafy stating, "Whatever helps you sleep at night, cuck." Adam would proudly
ain't heard
accept
about
his new
Leafy in so
title
long.
and even continued to make tweets that made him look even more of a cuck. In a little
Damn.
over a week, Adam had completely transformed his image from a somewhat respectable online personality to a guy calling himself a cuck for views. Things even reached an all-time low when Adam not only interviewed his wife about the scene.
Okay, going into it,
The novel.
how did you feel?
Okay, so I didn't really know the shoot was gonna happen until the day before the shoot.
That is a
It
good
all
point.
happened so fast because in my head I was like, oh, this is gonna be my debut scene. I'm gonna need like 2 months out. I'm gonna go hard in the gym.
I don't know about debut scene. I mean, I am a human being.
But also to talk to the other performer that made the
That's
scene
crazy.
possible.
So a lot of people want to know, I don't know, just like if I should feel diminished as a man as a result of this. Like the cuck narrative is very, very strong. I just want to get your thoughts on that, and if how people should think about that in the context of me being, you know, the silent.
My thing is, Now that I think about it, he weird for doing it, but because I was gonna say, I think don't a lot of porn stars be married to each other, so I figure it's somewhat the same situation type shit. But that be their whole job. Your job is being a podcast. The porn was on the side, so yeah, nah, I'm gonna go with the cuck. But other porn stars be married to each other and they do other scenes with different people and all that. So that in that space, that ain't out the ordinary and all that.
Third party and all this.
Well, I don't know. Like, if you look at it in the business aspect, then basically it was just a job, you know. She's high up in her ranks. I'm high up in my ranks. Us two together obviously would make the most amounts of money. So it's not so much being a cook. If you're comfortable with it, y'all communicated it prior. Obviously, she said y'all did. So it's not really a cook situation.
It's still a
like
cuck.
Two people coming and making an understanding.
Adam mostly deflected the criticism by framing it as a boost to his career.
Like, basically the hate is like, it just feels like whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, it doesn't really, if anything, I wonder if it's ever gonna stop. That's all. It's all engagement. That's the shit that's keeping me like going crazy on Twitter. Is just people talking shit.
In all of this, Adam wasn't the only one who received a career boost from this video. Going on No Jumper was the first time Jason was interviewed, but due to the interactions with Lena on camera, it certainly wouldn't be the last. On the 15th of July 2023, Jason would receive a second interview on the
This
Fan
man just
Bus, where he'd
God
revel
damn.
in his rising popularity.
in the headlines lately, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You are everywhere that I look on the internet.
It's burning my phone battery. I had to mute the notifications.
Really? How do you feel about being viral? Is this your first time being like super viral?
Well, I got viral from a BuzzFeed interview once, and a few outrageous TikToks I've done. So I'm kind of used to it, but this one is crazy. Like,
So your video yesterday.
And reveals some very striking information about his time with Lena.
Do you think that you fucked her better than Adam did?
well, obviously yes, but I'm pretty
Bro,
sure
that
I
was
probably felt
wild.
different with Adam for her because love is involved emotions. But as for the physical aspect of getting fucked, obviously.
The internet making fun of Adam for being a cuck didn't seem to matter, but when Jason did the same, was a completely different story.
I trusted you to pork my wife. It seems like that.
I think around this point in time, he was trying to make fun of it to be in on a joke, so it wouldn't feel that bad, I guess. I just remember him going along with the cucks and cuck jokes and all that, making the jokes and all that. I think he was just trying to be in on a joke to make it seem less than it is, I think.
That clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy, and I ain't really feeling it. Number.
Temper tantrums aside, Adam and Lena still intend to garner as much attention and views as possible from the video, by making it the main topic of discussion in every podcast they go on, and it doesn't seem like they'll be stopping anytime soon. Fans have theorized that this entire cuck situation was simply a ploy by Adam to move the attention away from the fact that a majority of his employees have left No Jumper, and the pedo allegations that recently resurfaced while gaining some virality.
Well, when you put it like that, it damn sure worked. I ain't gonna lie, it worked like a motherfucker when you put it like that. Cause during that time, everybody forgot about all your employees, all the good employees leaving. Cause now, even when I see No Jumper videos, I'm like, who is this? Who is these people? These just random people in my head.
While this does seem possible,
It
since
worked.
Adam has directly stated that he is opposed to the idea of Lena performing with another guy,
You were on Academics podcast, and you said that you'd be okay with having another guy have sex with your girl.
Well, this kind of got spun out of control, but I said that we had considered it, that we had, had the conversation about swinging. And I think what kind of got lost in that whole conversation is that it hasn't happened, and like we've never really it was more just an idea.
the only thing we can say for sure is that the No Jumper brand feeds off controversy, and this situation is no different. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe.